I am Hyleric, Lord Erithos's personal VI program aboard this ship. My lord has grown quite powerful, perhaps even powerful enough to destroy Darth Barris. But before we can continue his story, we must first analyze his past dealings in order to have a clear understanding of how he became so powerful. Now, let us take a look back at Lord Erithos's journey. After the death of Admiral Monk and the War Trust, Darth Barris ordered Lord Erithos to travel to Hoth for his final assignment. Upon his arrival, Darth Barris informed Lord Erithos of his task to eliminate a Jedi Knight named Zerinder. Zerinder had traveled to Hoth in search of an extremely powerful weapon. Barris did not want the Republic to get this weapon, and he most certainly did not want Zerinder leaving Hoth alive. Lord Erithos's task was simple: crush Zerinder. Darth Barris had provided Lord Erithos with a contact on Hoth in order to help in his hunt for Zerinder, Commander Lenklin. Unfortunately, Lenklin's information proved utterly useless. The only information he could offer was that there was a significant number of Tals involved in Zerinder's hunt for the superweapon. Lord Erithos was determined to kill every Tals on the planet if he must in order to accomplish his goals. Lord Erithos's slaughter of the Tals led him to a cave where a Jedi Padawan was being hunted by a Tals named Brunmark. Brunmark had slaughtered all other Tals in the cave and was going to kill the Padawan next. The Padawan turned out to be the Padawan of Jedi Knight Zerinder. Zerinder had abandoned the Padawan in this cave with such anger and rage at being betrayed. Coupled with his fear of Brunmark, the Padawan then gave in to the dark side and attacked Lord Erithos. Defeated, the Padawan then explained to Lord Erithos more about Zerinder's betrayal of him. Lord Erithos could feel the young Padawan's fear and anger. Anger toward Zerinder for betraying him, and fear of Brunmark, for he was about to murder him. He could also feel Brunmark's presence. Brunmark was going to kill the Padawan, and they both knew it. Brunmark then murdered the Padawan. Lord Erithos remembered what the Padawan had told him, that Brunmark was seeking revenge against the other Tals for betraying him. And this only became more evident when Brunmark explained that Fetzelin, another Tals, had betrayed their clan, and that Zerinder was working with Fetzelin. Brunmark sought to kill Fetzelin and all who followed him. He explained that his clan must be clean of any traitors, and that nothing would stop him from cleansing it. He warned Lord Erithos not to interfere, and started to attack him to ensure that he didn't. After his defeat, Brunmark told Lord Erithos what a worthy foe he was, and that this fight had humbled him. He agreed to share what he knew. He told Lord Erithos that Zerinder was not after a weapon, but a person, a lost Jedi Master named Violet. Brunmark's mission was not yet complete. Many more Tals needed to die for his clan to be clean. Brunmark then disappeared, claiming that his work was not yet done. Lord Erithos then returned to Darth Barris to report his findings. But upon his return, he saw that Zerinder was in a hollow conversation with Barris, taunting him. Zerinder told Barris not to interfere, and that he wouldn't be able to stop him. Lord Erithos made a point of taunting Zerinder, but to no avail. The Jedi had too great control over his emotions. Unfortunately for the utterly worthless Lenklin, Barris did not have control over his emotions. Barris then choked Lenklin to death from across the galaxy in a fit of rage. Ensign Slint was then promoted to Commander Slint, Lenklin's replacement. After the issues with the chain of command had been dealt with, Darth Barris then debriefed Lord Erithos on his mission to the Tal's cave. Lord Erithos then told Barris what Brunmark had told him, that Zerinder was not after a weapon, but a person. Jedi Master Violet. Darth Barris recognized the name. He told Lord Arathos that Violet was once one of the most powerful Jedi Masters in the galaxy. Long ago, when Barris was an apprentice during the war, he fought against Violet and his Padawan, Zerinder. During a battle, Barris's lightsaber was taken by Violet, and Violet's ship was shot down and crash-landed on Hoth. Violet had been surviving all this time. Barris realized that if Violet was indeed on Hoth, then he had his own lightsaber. Barris then reached out to it through the Force to find its location. Once the coordinates were found, he sent them to Lord Arathos, and he was on his way to find Violet. After arriving at the coordinates that Darth Barris gave him, Lord Arathos found the lightsaber, and he also found Brunmark. Brunmark was upset with Lord Arathos. He explained how he had been killing all the Tals that Brunmark had been hunting. Lord Arathos was stealing his kills. In an effort to draw Lord Arathos off of the Tals he was hunting, Brunmark provided Lord Arathos with information, the location of Master Violet's crashed ship. Brunmark warned Lord Arathos that Zerinder and Fitzellan were closing in on Master Violet's location. Lord Arathos thanked Brunmark for the information he provided, and then Brunmark vanished. Lord Arathos arrived at the gate into Master Violet's chambers, but it was being guarded by Fitzellan, the renegade Tals that Brunmark had been hunting. Fortunately for Lord Arathos, Brunmark is extremely persistent. Brunmark had tracked Fitzellan to this place, and was ready to have his revenge. He pleaded for Lord Arathos' blessing to kill Fitzellan, and in return, Brunmark would serve Lord Arathos for the rest of his life. Lord Arathos accepted these terms, and the fight began. The fight had ended, Brunmark was victorious, and his thirst for vengeance had been quenched. Brunmark then dedicated himself to Lord Arathos, and the two then traveled deeper into the cavern to find Zerinder and Violet. Zerinder then found Violet in that cave. Their heartfelt reunion gave Lord Arathos and Brunmark the perfect opportunity to enter behind them. Master Violet sensed Barris's dark presence within Lord Arathos almost instantly. Zerinder then introduced Lord Arathos to Master Violet and told him to conserve his strength, claiming that he would defeat Lord Arathos. Zerinder then made the mistake of engaging Lord Arathos and Brunmark in combat. Zerinder then fell in defeat at the feet of Lord Arathos, just like the fool he was. Master Violet then took the opportunity to bargain with Lord Arathos for Zerinder's life. Lord Arathos told Violet that Barris was very clear. Both Violet and Zerinder must die, but he did not hear him. Violet then made Lord Arathos an offer. Allow him to stay in the caves, and let Zerinder leave, and no harm would come to Lord Arathos, and his mission would be complete. No doubt you can imagine what Lord Arathos' answer was. The two then engaged in combat beneath the collapsing cave. In a last-ditched effort to survive, Violet made the offer to Lord Arathos once more. Lord Arathos refused, and the two finished their duel. In the end, Master Violet, one of the greatest Jedi in the Republic, fell that day, at the hands of Dark Lord Arathos. With his mission on Hoth complete, Lord Arathos was summoned back to Dromund Kaas to speak with Darth Barris. There, within his chambers on Dromund Kaas, Darth Barris revealed to Lord Arathos the final step in his master plan. to eliminate his master on the Dark Council, Darth Vengeance. He explained that Plan Zero was always his ultimate goal, but at this critical point, on the cusp of war, a strike against Darth Vengeance would be met with universal support. The time is now. The first step in the destruction of Darth Vengeance was to rescue Lord Drog, Darth Vengeance's apprentice, who had secretly been working for Barriss. He was discovered before Barriss could recall him, and now he has been captured. Even Lord Arathos, with all his power, would need Drog to defeat Darth Vengeance. Lord Arathos then fought his way into Vengeance's compound and rescued Drog. With the two Sith Lords united, Lord Arathos was ready to face the greatest enemy he's ever come up against. The battle was about to begin.
Ah, the apprentices of Darth Barriss. And you, before you arrived, Barriss was but a bit player. He would be nowhere without you.
That assessment is where our common ground ends, Vengeance.
Your talents are wasted on that man. It sickens me. Your master doesn't deserve you. He's a coward, pushing buttons from the darkness. You and I are people of action.
Sounds like you want to forge an alliance with me.
No, that hadn't crossed my mind. I can handle Barriss on my own. Enough of you. No, I will show everyone what it means to cross me. Barriss and everything with his stink must perish.
You've been with Barriss the longest, so you stink the most.
You both die now!
The battle was long and difficult, but Lord Arathos and Drog emerged victorious. Darth Barriss had never been so pleased. All of his greatest aspirations had been achieved thanks to Lord Arathos. Plan Zero was a success. The Empire was once again at war with the Republic. Darth Vengeance was dead, and Darth Barriss now held his seat on the Dark Council. None of this could have been achieved without the mighty Dark Lord Arathos. Even with all of his great victories, Barriss warned Lord Arathos not to grow weary too soon. The war had only just begun.
Now that I'm on the Dark Council, we are perfectly positioned to bring the Republic to its knees, to shape the galaxy as we wish. Go and enjoy this victory, my apprentices, but be ready for my call. I will not sit idle long.